Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm wearing my scrubs. I am on call this weekend and very busy, so I wanted to get a couple of videos filmed since I have 9 to film by the end of the month. And this video today is going to be going up tomorrow. This is my bi-weekly makeup basket, and I'm going to go through it kind of quick. A lot of the stuff you guys have already seen anyways, so I'm just going to go through it quickly. The things that are in my projects are not in this video. If I accidentally show one, I'm sorry, but I think I've pulled everything out. That should make it go quicker as well. So a little bit of a preface, I had a hard time with this makeup basket this week. I have a lot of projects going on, so I have a lot of different things from each category kind of going in on my projects. I'm not getting bored, I will say that, but I'm not pulling too many new things for baskets because I've got a lot of stuff going on, and some of the stuff that was in last week's or the last 2 weeks bi-weekly makeup basket I want to keep using, so I'm kind of going to leave those in. But I did pick some new eye products, some singles, but we'll get into that just because I wanted to play with some warmer colors and kind of do something a little bit different for the next 2 weeks, so I did pull some new stuff there. So I'll just go ahead and get into it. I will start with my foundation kind of stuff for my face, and so I'm still using my Magic Lumi. Sorry, it's morning time, so we might start getting a little bright here, but I know you guys have seen this Magic Lumi. This should almost be done, and then I have a primer that is in one of my projects, my Love to Project Pan 14 by February 14th. Sorry if you can hear the garbage truck. And so this will be replaced by that. So not only is the garbage truck loud, he's playing ridiculously loud music. Okay, so the next product is my It Cosmetics by Under Eye. I'm actually going to pull this out because there is a couple of products that I have in my 14 by February 14th that I am using to use up, and good lord, can he go anytime soon? So I'm going to pull this out because I haven't actually been using this. I have been using the concealers in that project. They're my Pro Longwear concealers by MAC, so the coverage is pretty on par. The Pores No More by Dr. Brandt. As you can see, I'm almost done, and I do have another little one of this, but I'm going to see if I have any other pore fillers to try and use those. Since I do enjoy this so much, I kind of want to save it. If I don't have anything else, I will be putting another one of these back in. The next thing is my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and this I actually have turned upside down because, as you can see, I did make some progress. This was my, when it was right side up, that was the line there, and now that is the line down there, and I think a lot of it is sitting in the cap, but it is kind of, it's either a thicker formula, which I don't remember it being when I first got it, or it's starting to thicken up on me, so it doesn't like come rushing out as soon as I open up the cap. And actually the cap has a really nice stopper in it, so it's not just sitting in the cap. So not a lot of product left at all. I haven't actually been wearing it because I find that I get a little bit cakey with something over top of the concealer and the powder that I'm wearing, but I'm going to go ahead and use this up. Plus I do have a MAC foundation in one of my project, my 6 by Christmas, but that's kind of a bonus product, but I'm going to see how far I can get on it. So this is going to stay in this basket. And the next thing is my Coty Airspun powder. I keep wanting to call this a palette. And I'm going to take this out because I do have the Smooth Operator powder by Tarte in my 14 by February 14th. So I'm not using this. It's taking up a lot of space. So I'm just going to take it out and kind of put it away for now. And my dog is drinking water, so you can probably hear her. I'm just going to dive into what I have here in the order that I have it in. My Rimmel Stay Matte powder is going to stay in. I haven't been using it a whole lot, but it is there for just touch-ups. I haven't hit pan or anything. It's kind of brand new. The next product is my Sony Kashuk Cream Bronzer. I am going to leave this in because I'm going to go back to using it. I haven't been using it this last 2 weeks. I have been using the Ambient lighting powder that I pulled, but I am going to start using that. My Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in I think this is Sandstone. Yeah. Really pretty. I should probably keep this in and keep using it, but I've really been using my Hollywood Boulevard a lot. I'm going to go ahead and keep this in, I think, just to have an option to use if I don't want to use that. My Urban Decay Naked Flush Palette. I have not used this in the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, but I don't think it'll be gone for too long. I really love this bronzer. But I do have a bronzer in my 14 by 2014. So my e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder. I'm going to go ahead and leave this in. This really brightens up underneath my eyes. I do have it underneath my eyes today. The Ambient Lighting Blush by Powder by Hourglass, and this is in Dim Light. I have been using this as my contour. I'm using it today, blended out with the Chocolate Soleil that's in my 14 by 2014. I'm going to go ahead and leave this in because I have been kind of enjoying it. So I'm going to switch back and forth between that and my cream bronzer as a base. The Wet n Wild Fergie Hollywood Boulevard, I'm absolutely going to leave this in. Been loving this and not going to hit pan anytime soon, but I'm going to keep working on it, so I'm going to leave this in. The next two things are my palettes that are in this basket, and this is my Tarte blush palette, and I have only used the sorry for blinding. I have only used the color Prim so far, which is this color right here, and I would like to use the rest of them. This is Dollface, which is the blush that's in my 15 by the end of 2015, so I'm not going to use this, but I would like to use the other couple of bronzers that are in here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this in. My MAC eyeshadow palette. I've been really focusing on trying to use a lot of these shades. I've used a number of them. This is Ho, this is Patina, Rice Paper I've used a couple of times, Nylon I've used, I think I've used Omega once. This is Club, I've used Club. This is Sex and the Oyster, I've used that. I've used Expensive Pink right here. I am not sure if while it's been kind of in this project I've used Plum 1 or Plum 2. Fig 1? Is it Fig 1? That's probably Fig 1. That's probably what it is. This is Moon's Reflection. I've used that. I've used Carbon. I've used this color. I can't ever remember what this one is. But I've used quite a number of these. I think I could probably make the goal of trying to use maybe, no, I've only got a week or so, week and a half left of this month. So I probably can't use them all, but I've used quite a number while this has been in my one palette 1 month. So I'm kind of proud of that, but I am going to leave that in. We'll go through eye products and then lip products. This is my MAC Black Grape Pressed Pigment, and I still really love this, but I am going to take this out. I've used it a couple of times. No, I'm going to leave this in because I really do like this look over top of Industrial, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this one in. This is my MAC Pigment and Vanilla, and I am going to go ahead and leave this in case I want to use it as a highlighter. I am going to take this out. I just thought about it. I'll show you because I have a couple more things that I've pulled. It probably will be back again soon, but I'm going to pull that out. Okay, so we'll go through eye products. First, we'll go with mascaras. I've been using the L'Oreal Collagen or whatever this was. This is the MAC False Lashes Waterproof. I have been using this. I'm wearing it today. I really do love this. I gave it a break for a couple of weeks, went back to it, and I really do like it. So it's not just depositing color on my lashes. It is actually doing something that I like to my lashes. Maybe somebody else wouldn't like, but I like what it's doing. So do other things do better? Absolutely, but I am enjoying that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that in. And then along the same lines is my Lancome Faux Cils primer. I think this is starting to get a little dried up and goopy, but I wanted to pull it out and just use it and see if it actually could enhance the false lashes a little bit. This is my NYX Wonder Pencil. I'm going to leave it here in my little bucket that I have, but I haven't been using it because I've been using the fuller coverage concealers. My nude from Rimmel Scandalize eyeliner, I'm just going to leave it in just to have. My NYX Golden Bronze, I'm going to leave it in just to have. I don't know what happened to the gold one, but I did use that once or twice on the bottom lash line and used it to enhance Honey Pot from the Too Faced Naturalized palette in the inner corner one time. But that I'm using one other brow product that's in a project, so I don't have that, but this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel tinted, and this is my Brow Stylist L'Oreal Plumper in translucent or transparent that I'm using just if I want to throw it on my brows with no color. And so we'll go into the lip products. The first two I'm going to go ahead and just pull out of my basket, and this is the Tarte Lip Surgeons in Sassy and the Burt's Bees in Redwood Forest. I haven't worn these at all. Maybe more towards the holiday time I'll go ahead and pull these back out, but I'm going to take them out for now. The Revlon Color in Berry Hot. I don't know why I'm showing you the packaging. I have not used at all, but I want to, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this in. This is my Revlon Lip Butter in Pink Lemonade, and this is just what I put on in the morning, so I haven't been wearing it as an actual lip product, but I have that. I have Kat Von D's Lovecraft, and I haven't worn this. I've been focusing on my project lip products because I got away from doing that too. That isn't a project. I did leave that there. Okay. And, oh, I missed one more eye product, but I'll go ahead and show that in a minute. This is my MAC Rebel. I did wear this once. I might get another wear or two out of it. I'm going to go ahead and leave it in. This is Kat Von D Rakim. I'm going to keep this here just in case I want to throw it on a whim. And the eye product that I missed was my Eye Teeny Gloss, and this is in Ambrosia. And I kind of wanted to just have something to throw on my lids either as a base or whatever, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead and leave it in. I was going to pull it out, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it in. One more eye product too is my Essence Gel Liner. I don't want this to dry out, but I really haven't been using it much. I've been trying to, again, focus on some liners. My Teddy that I'm not going to put a black liner over top of. Yeah, so I haven't been using it. I'm just going to kind of toss things back in here in a way that doesn't break them. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the Joe. Beep beep. Beep beep, buddy. Come in. My dogs are. Okay, so I am going to show you the products that I have pulled to put into this basket. I'm going to start off with a couple of the oddball things here. I've kind of pulled two little travel perfume samples just to kind of sit in my bathroom. This is the Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb, and this is actually a cologne, but I really like the smell of it, so I'm going to give it a go as wearing it for a perfume. The next is Viva La Juicy Gold Couture, and I really like the La Fleur, so I'm going to see how well I like this. Kind of get a couple of those out of the way. And I've chosen a couple of little primer foil packets that I'm going to try and use. These are two of the Sephora Base Ultra Perfecting Ultra Smoothing Primer, and there's two of them. I'm going to just try and go ahead and use these up once the Lumi is out of the way before I start with my other. It's in a project. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer Pore Minimizing. So I thought maybe I'd slide this in place of the Dr. Brandt once that's gone. So those are kind of just there until I use them. Then just the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm just going to get one or two uses out of this. the Benefit High Beam. I'm getting ready to finish one of my highlighting products, so I wanted to kind of just play around with this a little bit. I've never used the High Beam, so kind of just wanted to throw that in and play around with it a little bit. The Best in Faux lashes, they're fibers. I kind of had them sitting around. I wanted to go ahead and play with those and see, along with the Faux Sills from Lancome, see if this really does anything great with the MAC False Lashes Waterproof. I have been thinking about a blush combo recently that I really enjoyed, and it's kind of got a fall color and a little bit of a lighter. It's kind of got a nice cool tone to it for the fall time, and this is MAC's Animal Instincts. This was limited edition in a collection, and this is MAC Fun Ending. These came out in the same collection. I think these were in A Novel Romance, and I really like these two together. This one on the apples of my cheeks, and this one's kind of on the back of my cheeks, and I blend them in together, and they make a really nice combination. So even though I have the blush palette in there, I have a couple of blushes in projects right now. I kind of wanted to just use this once or twice. I was really just thinking about this combination and wanted to pull it out. So I have those two. And then this is like brace yourself for single MAC Shadow City here. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and show you is my Benefit Cream Base in Sippin' and Dippin'. And this is actually a very pretty color. And even though it's kind of more pastel, it's got that orange tone to it, and I thought maybe I could use this with some of the shadows that I've pulled. I could use it alone, and it is just gorgeous. This is a little bit like MAC's Rubenesque. They are a little bit different. I think Rubenesque is a little bit darker, but I wanted to go ahead and get some use out of this. It's nice and soft, but I do feel like it could start to dry up. The next few things are a couple of MAC Dazzle shadows that they just came out with. And so my friend Abby from Make Life Your Runway, who you've heard about a couple of times on my channel, especially most recently, sent me a picture the other day of her wearing Solstice by Urban Decay, and so it inspired me to pull out my Boom Boom Room again. You have seen this in previous baskets, and it has made a comeback. I did want to play around with this. There is literally no difference between Solstice and Boom Boom Room, so I wanted to go ahead and play around with this since she inspired me. So then when I was pulling that, I pulled this Dazzle shadow in I Like to Watch, and this has got like a brown base with some gold duochrome glitters in it, and it's gorgeous. Actually, I'm going to swatch these for you since these are new in my basket. And so the next one I pulled, and then I'll show you the swatches, is Try Me On. And this is kind of like a emerald green with some gold kind of shimmers running through it. I think I rubbed that one out a little too much. We'll give you a brighter swatch of that. So these are the three swatches. It's a little bright out here, but this is Boom Boom Room, this is I Like to Watch, and this is, what was that? Try Me On. So that's that. And then I was wanting to pull something really warm, so I pulled out my MAC Rule. This is a nice orange color, and I thought this would look really, really nice. And right next to Rule was my color in Amber Lights, and so I wanted to pull that. I actually thought that maybe Rule and Amber Lights would look really good together. And so similar to those colors is NYX Fireball Prismatic Shadow. This is probably a lot like MAC's Coppering. If I had a little more time, I would do a comparison. Maybe before I go ahead and post this video tomorrow, I will do a comparison photo and I will insert it here. Plus I'm running out of room on my hand. And the very last MAC shadow I pulled was one that was there. I've used it before. It was like there where I was pulling some of my other colors, and I was like, oh, I'd really like to use that. It would look really nice for a fall time look. And this is MAC's Extra Dimension Shadow in Smoky Mauve. And I'll at least give you a swatch of these. I won't swatch Fireball because I'm going to be doing a comparison shot, but this is Smoky Mauve. This is Smoky Mauve. And if I get it a little bit closer, you can see it's got some real good purple tones to it. It's real taupey. Got a nice it's got a nice, like I said, purple undertone to it as well. And there's a look that one of the girls at my MAC counter does that I'm going to go back and reference and do that because I've done it before and I really, really liked it. So I was excited to pull that back out. And the very last thing that I pulled just on a whim is this MAC, it's not MAC, this is the Disney Maleficent lipstick in Dragon's Lair. And it's really super dark. If I put it there, I'm going to go ahead and put it there. It's really super dark. And I probably won't wear it. But I figured it'd be fun to kind of pull and maybe play around with. I think I'm going to do more of playing around with things on the weekend and at night when I'm not going anywhere and just see how things look and what kind of looks and things I can get out of stuff. So I'm going to play around with that, maybe post some pictures or put some in videos. And so that's it. I think I kind of realized through this video, and let me know if you guys feel like it's a problem in other videos because I think I've noticed it too. I'm not looking at the viewfinder too much, and it's a little bit difficult because I'm filming on my computer, so I have, and I'm even doing it right now, I have this big screen of me that I can see and I kind of just watch myself. But I feel like even in this video I didn't even make eye contact with the screen because I think even making eye contact with the screen, I'm at least looking towards you guys. So let me know if you guys feel like that's a problem because I kind of feel like I was doing that in this video. And I just noticed it's 23 minutes long, so I'm going to try and edit some out. I'm sorry for it being so long again, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Gotta get to work. Bye.